Hey guys, it's John.
And Kimmy.
And welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Tenmyoji said no.
To what?
Damn it!
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
What was it?
The picture. Ugh, how could I forget it?
Oh yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah, I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come with you.
Me too.
Nah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Didn't we?
All right.
Didn't we pick it up?
No. I'll see you two later then.
Right.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
Bye.
Bye.
I watched them jog off toward the blue door. Remember, I'm reading this part.
I'm like that gif that everyone thinks is Carrie Ells.
Yeah, it looks like him.
Yeah, but it's not.
And then they were gone.
Guess I should be getting back then. See you later, losers.
Returning into Kronk.
Huh?
What's his name?
Kronk from Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah, the actor.
He doesn't sound that breathy. See you later, losers.
See you later. It's very staccato.
No.
See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Support the team. Seinfeld. Okay. Not the right audience.
We gotta keep walking.
I don't think there's a whole lot of crossover between anime fans and Seinfeld fans.
Yeah, I don't think there really is. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna, Fi and Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. He's such an asshole. Get over yourself!
Fucking Dio.
Guess if you want to...
Ambidex gate has been opened.
She just says the same thing she says all the time.
45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You see? I can be considerate.
Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
And they'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
Well, now they have to.
No big deal.
I guess if you want something done quick, he's the guy to go to. While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. You look really cool.
Thanks, I'm like a DJ.
Yeah, huh? With that discussion... Oh, God. Which, I've never understood that, because that does absolutely nothing. If I have something up to one ear, like, I don't hear it. Ugh, anyway. What is that? Okay. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait.
It's just a funky beat, that's all.
It's a funky beat. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dia opened the door, and Tenmyoji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
That's not how the saying goes. Clover.
What?
I think she's trying to quote Nietzsche, but I don't know.
Probably.
I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just gonna go to the director's office. I'll be back. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right, see you guys later.
I love that everyone's just staring at him. He's like, all right then. I gave a
No one
quick.
gives a shit about me.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like, all right. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. And here we go, we're wandering along the leaves of green. We have to walk everywhere.
Was that a Christmas song?
Yeah.
It's March.
I know. It's
Except in the
still
Southern Hemisphere.
a
Then it's
song.
October.
That's right. Well, weather-wise. What if people believed that?
What if someone was actually that fucking stupid?
That'd be sad. We don't actually mean that, by the way. Where did they go?
They're not here. Huh? That's odd.
There's blood!
There's nobody
Oh,
here.
that's a balloon.
The picture's gone, though. Temioji and Quark must have been here then.
I saw the balloon on the ground and I thought it was... What did that say?
Sorry. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. What were you gonna say?
What did he say?
He took out the floor B map.
It said I laid something. Is it the map on the floor?
I laid out the floor B map,
Okay,
is what he said.
great. I don't even remember what I was trying to say. Go on, play the game. You're not playing, you have a line. You have a line.
I already said it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. That's what I said.
Then play the game.
I'm sick of your stinking attitude.
I'm sick of you trying to push the game on me. Trying to tell him funny stories and all he wants to do is just like click, 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 click.
After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. Huh. Looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Ugh. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose.
I'd packed up the map and I was headed toward the door when
Huh?
there was a light on where there hadn't been a light before.
What? Why's that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work.
I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it, slowly. Slowly.
So, you finally made it.
No, you're...
I am Zero. I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Ugh.
I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile, and kept my balled fist at my side.
Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you.
I'm gonna turn it on auto, because
Yeah.
Zero talks for
But
a long time.
unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites. In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully. Have you ever seen a termite mound? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds.
Okay.
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create?
Stop it.
From where do our cultures spring?
Why are we
There are
here?
many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well, that's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you. It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
What?
Are you ready?
Bomb?
I will only say this once, so pay close attention. The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
So, what I'm gonna do now, and you guys won't be able to see this, I'm gonna make a new text document on my desktop, and I'm gonna write this down. BQZ RGJ DXR.
I'm not gonna lie, if I was in this situation, I'd be like, well, I'm screwed.
It's okay.
Because if he just said it to me, it'd be gone.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't retain that. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately. I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait! God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear!
I found myself yelling at empty air. The hologram had disappeared.
Urgh. What kind of idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit.
Shit. I kicked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Polling?
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Announcer, I'm gonna need you to pick up the pace. My God.
If no vote has... That's like the speed of which she talks.
I know, seriously. Ah, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here.
I spun around and ran out of the room toward the warehouse. Too
right.
word.
We gotta get our vote ready.
What are we gonna do?
Grandpa!
Oh,
Look,
they're back.
Mr. Sigma's back!
Took you long enough.
I was looking for you!
Yeah, I know.
Because you took forever.
Where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went in already? They went in already?
Well, right?
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah! Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Oh?
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round. That's it.
And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
True, but you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you'd choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Alright, tell me one thing. Let's say we do this and both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you, but I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear too. I promise.
Man. So all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please! You've got to trust us!
Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Polling?
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally! You promised!
It's weird, we're a solo this time. That hasn't happened before.
Yeah, we don't have to go in with anyone.
Yeah.
With that, they turned and ran into the AB room, second from the right.
Well, guess I should get moving.
All right, so we have 2 options here, which means that we'll have 2 different paths to go from this point.
1 minute remains
So let's
until
do-
Ambidex game polling closes.
let's keep our promise this first time. And
So you wanna
choose
choose ally?
Yeah. I'm interested to see what will happen. I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Timioji? I don't think you should. While I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them, that would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet. But
Please! You've gotta trust us!
see, why would he be begging?
You've gotta choose ally! You promised!
Tenmyoji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? What the hell was I going to do?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
0.
Okay, so I know you want to pick ally. Do you think they're gonna pick ally or betray? Because you sounded skeptical.
I do feel skeptical. How many points do we get subtracted if they choose betray?
2.
Just 2? Well, we're gonna see both.
Yeah, but
So-
like, what's your prediction?
My prediction is that they're going to betray.
Even after they promised they'd ally?
I just don't understand why, if they're like, we're not gonna leave, we promise, but you gotta choose ally. Like that's weird to me. That feels like they're setting us up to betray.
Well, I mean, they're gonna say that no matter what.
But if it didn't matter to them, then why not just choose betray? They're like, hey, we're gonna choose betray because it doesn't matter either way.
Well, because if they choose betray and we choose betray, then nobody gets any points.
Oh, that's right.
So they're trying to tell us, you know, hey, there's no point in us betraying you. We just get like an extra point. So we're just going to choose ally because we need 1 point to get to 9.
Right.
That's what they were saying.
At first I thought that they had to like get exactly 9. So if you went over, you'd have to like subtract to get 9.
No, that'd be ridiculous.
I know. That's why I was like, how like crazy is this game? Let's stick with ally.
Okay. All right, we're choosing ally.
And then we'll
Trusting Tenmyoji and Quark. They both swore.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
I'm gonna start skipping through these.
Thank Ambidex.
Okay.
Because we know what they say.
Yeah. She just says the same thing every time.
Ambidex game. Are we not going to talk about this weird milkman riddle on the wall?
It says, welcome to my kingdom.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Remember, Fi said it was an anagram and it says, welcome to my kingdom?
I thought that was the one on... Oh, are we in
Tim
Warehouse
Window
A?
Comedy.
Oh, there's another one in B that we haven't.
Yeah, they'll comment on it eventually.
Okay.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
See how everyone voted. Allison Fi betrayed Dio, of course. Luna and Clover betrayed Kay. They betrayed us!
I knew it. I knew it.
They betrayed us! So let's see. Obviously, Alice and Fi had to betray Dio. Well, Fi, because Alice is
dead. Yeah.
And then Luna and Clover betraying Kay. That's interesting. Because obviously, I think the reasoning was we gotta betray Kay so he doesn't hit 9.
Right.
But then it's like either way, somebody hits 9.
Right.
Clover
Luna
or
was in a
Kay.
tough spot.
Yeah. But then Timioji and Quark betrayed us. Little shits.
Points have been assigned or
Freaking knew
subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey! What the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
No, it was Quark.
All right, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyoji?
I only promised you one thing. we wouldn't open the number 9 door even if we got 9 points.
What? So, you're not gonna leave?
Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Don't tell me.
Oh no.
Jeez.
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyoji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Well, I love how Dio freaks out every time.
Clover. Oh no!
No! Not gonna let that little bitch escape!
Yeah.
He's always like losing it.
Are you really going to leave? Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Like hell, I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyoji.
You say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah. No point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper.
What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
He pressed it into my hand. That was 9
See you later,
seconds.
Mr. Sigma.
You're stuck here forever, kid. They turned
That'd be
around.
funny. See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Yeah. Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenmyoji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them. You don't like my reading for
No, I don't.
Before I could think of anything to say.
I was so surprised.
I was so surprised by the
I
letter
didn't even try to stop
that
it.
I didn't even try to stop
See
them.
ya.
Goodbye.
It's like,
Sit and spin, assholes.
it's still one of my favorite insults because
Really?
it's so weird.
Sit and spin.
Sit and spin.
You gotta put your finger up your butt and then spin
The
on it.
number
It's
9
so weird.
door
Like-
has closed.
No, you gotta sit on my finger and spin on it. Like, why?
Why would
Why
you
would-
volunteer your own finger?
Yeah,
This
it's
ends
such a weird
the
thing to say.
notary game. Thank you for your
Goodbye.
participation. As the game is over,
Right.
escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Could you imagine being the voice actor who would have to record that for, like, if this was real?
Yeah, right, yeah.
She's like, what?
Shit.
What am I reading right now?
Yeah.
Like, escape is not possible.
I know.
What's happening? That's her being killed.
They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. I began to read.
You gotta do this in Quark's voice.
Okay.
It was a really stormy day when he found me.
He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now, here I am. I don't know why the voice is so hard today.
Oh, you don't have to do it the whole time.
No, I want to. I want to do it. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled down and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I'd started helping Grandpa with all his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find someone who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd asked her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he bragged to everybody about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day, he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float! I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration, I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was.
You got like some Jimmy Stewart in your voice now. Oh boy.
It's evolved into something just horrific.
Mr. Potter?
Oh no!
Hang on just 1 second, Mr. Potter.
He was smiling. I know. I just gotta get that Jimmy Stewart. Right then, I didn't care whether he'd found me and adopted me or not. He bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but had never tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. I thought that was him and the bully at first.
Yeah.
So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I torn one of my shoes that morning and some old drunk guy yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I'd found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I'd brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first, I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled, and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He spent all night out in the rain, looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain, looking for me so long that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa, because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. Aw. He explained that he was an old man and that he was probably gonna die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone. But maybe he'd been a little too strict. All the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he had gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't. Oh, little quirky baby.
Yeah, but like, still, fuck Tenmyoji.
Oh yeah, 100%. And Quirk. I have a feeling Quirk was like, nah, Grandpa.
Good job reading all of that.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, my voice wasn't super consistent, but...
No, it's okay. I don't think anybody would reasonably become upset about that.
I hope they get pissed. Okay, so we don't even get the end?
This is the true ending.
Shut up. It is not.
No, it's not. It is not. I hate that note.
I know, it's so long.
It's just like, okay, so he gave you a root beer float and got a cold.
Yeah.
He's left us all to die. I want to tell you what kind of man a grandpa is. An asshole?
Grandpa's great. Should we go do the other?
Fucking asshole? Next time we can skip it.
So why would we get just the end before, and this is the one where they're like, credits?
Having fun? That was sincere.
You're the one who started dancing.
I was asking if you were having fun.
Not anymore. Yes, of course I'm having fun. I love you.
What was that about a really important lady?
Must be the lady in the picture. And I hope the one who was murdered.
You mean Akane? The girl in the lady? The girl in the photo?
Oh, I forgot that was Akane.
Yeah.
I forgot. Tenmyoji end.
Huh.
So we're gonna get an end with each kid or person.
There's his portrait.
What?
It looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 slots.
Oh. I don't know why I didn't consider those slots. I thought it was just like, what's happening?
So this is the route we took. As you can see, it extended longer than what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's go back and do the other side.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So now we're gonna betray him.
Yes. Because I knew it. I called it.
Get ready to be mad.
I'm excited. I hope it's just like end. Because it's just gonna be Clover leaving now.
Let's skip it. No, it's just
You gotta. Yeah, bye.
Trey.
Cork tries to kill us. He attacks us.
This pissed me off.
Did you pick Betray first?
No, I picked Ally.
Results
I believed them.
from round 3. Please direct.
Like, there's no reason for them to beg you to.
Well, there's
do
no reason for
Ally.
them. There's no reason for them to betray. I guess Clover's gonna be the only one leaving.
Yeah.
Points have been assigned. Please check your...
Hey, what's the deal?
Quark had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing?
Uh-huh.
I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? Oh no.
This is a third time. Or I guess a second scenario where she's left. And the first time she was abandoning Alice.
Yeah, and this one Alice is dead.
The number 9 door.
Fuck, she opened it.
Why?
Very convincing, Fi. Ah! Clover, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
Get justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, do you mean what? I'll get justice for Alice.
Yeah, with who?
The number 9 door. It will...
Yeah.
Time for me to go. No! Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Dio leapt at Clover, his fists raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved toward the door.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I caught one last glimpse of her boobs, her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. She's like, goodbye.
What boobs?
That's true. It was Alice. Was
Hey, your
boobing
titty's
deep.
small anyway.
Escape is futile.
The number this
Yeah, she
event
says the same
has
thing.
the escape, please.
So yeah, that was it. You see how Temioji's like, I can ask you the same thing. It's like, well, I went to the other timeline and I hit ally, but then, see, you betrayed, so I came back and betrayed you.
We know that you
Yeah.
betray.
Yeah, you
So
can't-
don't worry about it.
Can't say all that though.
I went to the other timeline, and that timeline, you betrayed me. And I selected ally, you still left. Even though you
So-
promised you wouldn't leave.
On Monday, we're gonna go back to the original Tenmyoji betrayal,
Oh my
and
god.
we're gonna betray him.
So in 3 separate encounters that we've had with Temioji, he has betrayed us twice and allied once.
He only allied with us when
Quark was
he
sick.
would have when he would have killed us otherwise. So here he betrayed, and then here he allied, and here he betrayed.
And over here, is that where he allied again? Because he did ally the time that Quark was sick. And he was like, it doesn't matter.
No, here he stayed with Quark. We were with Dio though,
Yeah,
so he didn't vote.
right. And
But
so, but he did that
here,
knowing you'd automatically be
Quark got the
allied.
Accelavir, so he
Right.
voted. But he allied, so
Right.
it was fine. So yeah, so we're gonna go back on Monday all the way here. We're gonna betray him. Nobody gets any points, and then we'll see what happens there, because there's a whole nother route with another AB game. So
That's crazy.
yeah. All
It'll be
right.
fun.
So,
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
So this is all the Temioji route. That's why we got the Temioji ending right there.
it doesn't really work like that.
Oh,
Not really.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'd be like, we'd have 9 of these trees.
No, it doesn't like the endings that are available that you can get aren't really dependent on who you pair up with.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily.
Because I was thinking
Sometimes they are, but
if it worked that way, then we would have 9 of these big trees instead of just 3.
yeah.
1 for each person. Well, I guess
Yeah.
8.
So like if you were to assume, for instance, that like the Temioji ending is the Temioji route, the Luna ending is in the Luna route, the Alice ending is in the Alice route, you still have 6 other characters whose endings are just somewhere in there.
Right.
You know?
Ow. I knocked on the desk. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are there 9 of these?
There are 9 of these branches at this point.
Hmm.
Yes.
Interesting.
Right on this level. Anyway, so yeah. Fuck Timmy OG.
You suck.
You suck.
But yeah, I'm excited to betray him before he can betray us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll just betray each other.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on Monday. We're probably going to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule for this. It's just, these episodes are longer than the 999 episodes, just based on the pacing of the game and everything. We're having to do hour-long episodes, sometimes hour 20 or hour 10 or something like that, instead of 40-minute episodes like we were with 999 most of the time.
Right.
So that's kind of not really working out for us now.
But yeah. I think it'll help also with morale in the filming process for us.
Yeah, because we want to be at our best.
Yeah.
For these.
Good content.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys on Monday.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Think critically.